Hello, welcome back to my channel. This week I have been working on my urban fantasy novel, and I've been working on draft 3 because I'm doing revisions now. No more brainstorming for a sci-fi novel. All the brainstorming that I am doing and have been doing is finding solutions to my beta reader feedback. And you're gonna see some footage of the past 6 days, 5 days of me working on this. First organizing everything and then finally writing down some solutions. So I've gotten quite a bit, and now I'm going through each critique. I put them in columns. I'm going through each critique and making sure I have a resolution for each of them and writing them down. Some of them require a lot more thought and ideas and imaginations, and it's kind of hard because I'm like, I don't know. But so far so good. I'm on the structural elements, some of the critiques that were on the structural elements. I've gone through fixing story issues. I've gone through fixing issues with the narrator / her as a character, and then issues with the prologue. So now I'm on structural elements, and I'm at the last critique point with that. But I'll show you everything from this past week, then get back to that. The struggle that I have, for example, pacing. One of my beta readers said the story went relatively fast. My other beta reader said things were going slow and there wasn't enough action. Those were two completely different things. So I'm having varying feedback, or more of opposites. Some beta readers say oh, this is a problem, but then another one's no, that was great. So now I'm not sure whether I should fix something or if I should leave it. So, as you did see, I didn't film a lot. I'm still kind of getting used to all of this. Sometimes I just kind of forget, oops. But it's been pretty good. As I said, I'm on structural elements. I'm on the last one. One of my beta readers said there needed to be more tension in chapter 2, and another beta reader mentioned that the first 40-50 pages doesn't have a lot of action in it, and just kind of raise the stakes in there. And I guess what I was attempting to do was make it a slow come in, and then you have little hints of things happening, and then this big fight occurs, and then that's when everything takes off. But I guess it's just a little too slow. So I'm trying to figure out some good ways to bring up that tension without sacrificing too much of what I've done and how I was trying to write it, which I think is my struggle, is to have a certain way of how I wanted the story to flow, and I don't want to disrupt that too much. So I don't know how to put more tension in chapter 2. I should have asked her, but I'm just thinking that my antagonist will kind of pop up in chapter 2, but they don't know she's the antagonist yet. Maybe they don't know who she is. We'll see about that. I'm just really excited to be at this part. I've never been where I am. The last time I started doing revisions after beta reader feedback, I just did a total rewrite because my point of views were it wasn't working. My beta reader then said that there were too many and to focus on specific characters. So I did a total rewrite, but this one is not a total rewrite. So I'm trying to figure out how to approach, inputting things and switching things around, changing perspectives. But it's been a great journey because I've never been in this position before, and it's such a blessing. It's just, wow, I just love it. I'm just very happy that this is my struggle. And I finished the plot for the sci-fi novel that I was before in the other video. I finished it. I have 2 stories where the plot is complete, and all I have to do is just write. Really, I don't have to rewrite the plot in a nicer way. The plot is there, it's written out. Then I have the story, which is on draft 3, and then I have like other stories that are either unfinished or they are first drafts. This is great. Like, I think my plan is to have written complete plots for all my unfinished stories. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So let's get started. I've rambled enough. So I think I've finished touching upon each critique category. Well, I'm on the last one. I'm about to write it out. This is more on the magic system. Based off of my feedback, they thought it was a little too rigid and confusing and didn't really touch upon the story, which is true. It was supposed to lay the foundation for the sequel, but thinking about it deeply, I realized it really is unnecessary here, and also kind of doesn't fit. Like, how would the magic that they have, there's not a lot of knowledge on it because it was banned eventually. So honestly, it doesn't really make sense for them to know much about it at this point. So I'm just gonna take out all those details. And it's really the antagonist who would have more knowledge about the types of powers and what they do, because I won't say why, but they would be the ones to know. So maybe the antagonist would have more information about those things. But that's true. It doesn't really make sense at this point to add that in there. Well, I've gone through all the different categories, and I'll let you know what they were. So I told you that I did prologue, structural elements. I went through the antagonist's motivation. Pacing, I touched upon info dumps, and then I was just working on the magic system, the critiques on that. And so that's it. My next step is to take those solutions that I created and expand on them. So this upcoming week, maybe starting later today, I'm gonna start expanding on those and actually writing out little like plot points and maybe dialogue and stuff, expanding those as actual scenes, and then seeing where I can put them and how I will fix everything again to add those things in there. Taking this a week at a time. I'm hoping I can dedicate each week to each of these, so I don't know, it might take me more than a week to expand on all of these. Because I still have like line edits and stuff to do. But anyways, that's my week on organizing the beta reader feedback, responding to them in terms of what to fix. And yeah, that's the end for this week. Stay tuned for part 2, where we're going to be expanding on those solutions. That's exciting because the next part after that is actually writing. Yes, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Have a good day or night wherever you are. Stay writing. Bye.